to some breaking news from your local election headquarters. We've learned the newly announced Democratic nominee for Vice President Tim Walz will be in Rhode Island next week.
That's right, and 12 News Politics editor Ted Nesi broke this story on WPRI.com just in the past hour. He joins us live now in studio. Ted, this clearly coming together fast.
Yeah, very fast. I obtained an invitation today for an event Walz will headline, potentially in Newport at the end of next week, though a source familiar just told me the date is still a little in flux because his schedule is so in flux, though he is going to be coming at some point soon. Now, top Democrats I talked to say this will be part of a nationwide fundraising swing by Walz ahead of the Democratic National Convention. Local organizers are said to be hoping they can raise roughly $500,000 at the event. One of them, Rhode Island businessman Mark Crisafulli, told me the response so far has been, quote, overwhelming as they're seeking donations. And the Harris campaign hasn't responded yet to my request for comment, but based on past experience, I think it's unlikely that Walz will do a public campaign event in Rhode Island because in the end, Rhode Island is not a swing state.
And Ted, there had been so much focus on other potential VP picks like Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. I think this choice surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, Kim. I think, as you said, Shapiro, Kelly, people like that were being talked about a lot. I think you could say that Walz kind of came from behind in what political types call the Veep stakes. National reports are suggesting that Harris personally connected with him during their interviews in a way she did not connect as well with Shapiro. These two are around the same age. That's one thing that sometimes matters with these connections. And her campaign clearly hoping that his personal story as a former high school teacher and football coach, as well as a National Guardsman, will resonate in battleground states. But Republicans are quickly pointing to how Walz handled the 2020 riots that followed the murder of George Floyd, as well as various liberal policies he supported as governor of Minnesota. And they're arguing he isn't going to be an asset for her in the long run. So as you see in that video there, right now they're on a big campaign swing out through the battleground states. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance was actually also in that key state of Wisconsin today, where a new poll shows the race is basically tied.
Well, plenty of happening in politics right now, to say the least. 12 News Politics editor Ted Nesi, thanks so much for being here.
Good to be here.